Kia ora. Accounting 5005 paper. This is just a bit of a quick vid on so you can prepare for the test this week. Okay, so it's on the Code of Ethics. Okay, so in this week I have this will be the video that I'm talking to you now from. That's the Code of Ethics, which you should print off and take to the test, or you'll be allowed it up on screen. That's fine. So that's a document you can refer to. That's the Code of Ethics. Reading it is good before you have the test, okay, if you haven't already. In brief anyway, at least what it's made up of and stuff like that, and be able to reference around it. Probably won't get a chance to read the whole thing, right? So, but you don't need to. Okay, and here's a case study to show you what a model answer would look like. Okay, so in saying that, you'll get 3 case studies, and what you're required to do will be the same on every one of them, right? So there's quite a structure to your response. So you need to read the case study, you outline the facts of the case, be sure to explain how the facts create ethical dilemmas. What is it? A conflict of interest, confidentiality? What are the issues at stake? Identify the affected parties and stakeholders, bearing in mind that accountants have a responsibility to the public at large. It's not just to their clients. So who's affected, right? Could be numerous things. Look at the model answer. That'll give you an idea of how broad that is. Identify how the key fundamental principles. You want to know what the key 5 principles are of the Code of Ethics, right? So you should have those sort of down, right? There's integrity, there's A up to it, there's confidentiality, there's objectivity, there's professional conduct, right? And obviously due diligence and competency. Okay, so there's 5 in that. Okay. So you'll see those principles anyway in the model answer. Identify who the issue can be discussed with. Okay, so who should you be discussing it in what order, right? So again, this all comes down to professional conduct. We can make an issue worse by not dealing with it appropriately. Okay, so we need to bear in mind things like confidentiality when we're discussing things. So who's the first port of call? And obviously we can resolve things. But if you have a look at those number of those case studies we've done in the last couple of weeks, or the weeks leading up to Christmas, that should give you a good feel for it, right? So as a bare minimum, you should really go over the one for Simone, which I've got here, because that gives you the good structure to the response. Even though it's in an Excel spreadsheet, you're going to be handwriting it, okay? So you will be filling in a form, okay? And then explain the possible course of his action. So that's what you're going to have to do for 3 case studies, okay? You got 90 minutes, okay, so you got 30 minutes a case study, okay. So we'll give you 10 minutes to start to read, and then you've got 30 minutes a case study, okay. Yeah, so I'll just shrink that down now. Okay, so that's it, the Code of Conduct. Okay, should be familiar with that. Okay, it's there. Okay, I've downloaded it. You can also find it on the web, but here I've got it here for you. Okay, Code of Conduct. All right. So again, a general feel for it, guide to the Code of Conduct, Code of Ethics, notice of legal status of the Code of Ethics. It's pretty good to know. Okay, so, you know, at least read some of this, okay? Okay. And here's the case study. Okay, this is one we've done in class. There's more we've done in class in previous weeks. Okay, okay, but this one here. Okay, as I say, it's done in Excel, which isn't the greatest, but anyway, it's just the way it's done. Okay, so this would be the sort of the case study. All right. Okay, so the relevant facts. There's an example. Affected parties. Principle. Some courses of action. Okay. Okay. What's missing out here is who you know, talk to boss, I suppose. So we've actually added another one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've broken out who should you talk to as a separate thing from obviously talking to people as a course of action. But I've sort of broken it out just to bring it out a little bit better. Okay. Hey, so if you get familiar with this case study and how to answer it, just get your head around the code of ethics and the principles that you need to apply there. Okay, we've worked for it. Those people who have attended class, you should have a really good feel for that. Those people who have missed class, you're going to have to do a little bit more work to catch up with it. But the answers are in that code of ethics. This shouldn't be too hard to pass with a little bit of effort. Okay, and for those people who have been attending class and put in a little bit more effort, there's no reason why you shouldn't get a really good mark for this. Okay, I'm going to leave it at this for now, and I'll see you in a couple of days for the test.